welcome, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome, obrigado, welcome, bonjour, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Good morning. Welcome to Memfis J Motivationals. I am your host, Memfis J. I tell you what, this is a deluxe edition. Some crazy thing happened. So we went live last night, episode 1, and the gremlins of YouTube and the internet, somehow the video got lost. So we have to do it all over again. But that's absolutely fine because we've got the show notes, we've got the content. Like, share, subscribe. We'll be coming to you every week on the Memfis J Motivationals, giving you some wisdom and knowledge that you need to know for you and yours. And also, we could also go live randomly like we're doing today. Not even the gremlins in YouTube can stop. And I think for me, coming back to make this video, and the topic of today is how can I help myself? How can I help myself? And there's no better way than to demonstrate it by this. So all set up, all done, live show, really good feedback, and we lost it. What do? Do you cry and moan that you couldn't get it back on, that you lost it? You just do it back again. You go again. You know? Shout out, welcome to all my people in Australia, in the United States, in Europe, in England, Germany, in France. I see people coming in from all over the world. Welcome. I'm Memfis J, your host. And this channel is all about, on this platform, we'll be having conversations and discussing life from different angles. And this will be 100% real talk. I do not have the time to massage your ego or sugarcoat. That's not me. I'm here for a purpose, for a reason, okay? My vision is to spread truth and knowledge to the nations and kingdoms of the whole earth, okay? And my mission is to spread real talk in the form of a conversation between you and me and yours, and to every person, and get this information out to all the nations and kingdoms of the earth in the form of spoken words. You might wonder, oh, okay, so who is this guy and what gives you the bona fides to talk on here? Well, I've lived a lot. You couldn't tell from looking at me, but I've lived a while, and I've gained knowledge by divine inspiration and wisdom, and by many years of formal and informal research on the study of life and living itself, aka experience. And I've also gained from wise counselors and general wise guys, you know, coaches and mentors as well. And also from the streets. Shout out to my guys in New York, from the Bronx, you know what I mean? Welcome. So without much ado, I'm going to start off today by reading out a quote that I put together on this subject. And today I'm going to give you 9 practical steps on how you can help yourself as we go through what we're going through right now. So without much ado, let's get straight into it. And please, while you're here, if you like our content, please do like, share, and subscribe so you know when we do go live. As I said, we'll be going live weekdays, Thursday, 9 p.m. And we will sometimes randomly just go live like this morning. So I'm not going to keep you. Welcome. I can see the chat is all ongoing. Let me know how you think. Give me your feedback. Give me your thoughts and comments, etc. So let's get this stuff popping off, okay? I need to sort out my microphone, just keep sticking me, but hey, never mind. Right, we'll go straight into today's topic, and I'll begin with a quote. While I like to help others, I am not responsible for fixing your life or catering to your toxicity. I'm not responsible for managing your triggers, walking on eggshells, and telling you what you want to hear in order to keep the peace. I'm not your emotional punching bag, nor am I your emotional sponge. I do not exist for your pleasure as a site for your projected pain. My responsibility is myself. To be my own person, stay true to myself, to engage in self-care so that I can give to others authentically without depleting myself in the process. And my responsibility is to maintain healthy boundaries, especially with those who are unhealthy. And I'll let that sink in for a minute, beautiful people of the world. Yeah, it's a bit hot here because I got all the lights on, to make sure you have a nice experience. But hey, right. So in the light of that quote, so that's something that I crafted together out of research. And that's really come from someone who decided to make a change and realize that they can't give out to the world or be what other people want them to be if they're not, first of all, okay. If you don't engage in self-care, how can you give out? And most of us, we're drained by the environment, we're drained by our jobs, we're drained by a family, we're drained by partners, we're drained by children, we're drained by the authorities, we're drained by circumstances, and we're also drained by, right now, the topic of the day, the COVID pandemic. Every you turn the news on, it's like the whole world is closing in on us, and we start to lose our sense of self. So if you're sat here thinking, how can I help myself? Where do I start from? Have you asked yourself that question before? Do you know why you're here? Have you asked your parents if they're still living, or if you can, if you have access to them, why did you make me? They might tell you something. But have you sought to understand what is my purpose on earth, in this world, in this location, where I am sat right now? What is my purpose? What am I put here for? Because believe you me, we're all here for a purpose. Okay? My purpose right now is to make sure I get this information out to the world, all nations, all the kingdoms, the message of truth and knowledge of life from different angles. And that's what I'm here to do. What is your purpose? Because at the end of the day, we have a creator. We're living in a universe. The trees, the plants, the wind, the rain, the sun, the moon, the stars, the termites, the animals, the dogs, everything has a purpose. You can never see a dog, dragging a sleigh. You might see a wolf, you might see a mountain, but you will see a cat, perhaps doing that, probably better analogy. You don't take, maybe you take your knife to start your car because you think it's metallic, so it would start. That's not the purpose for the knife. You need a key to start your car. Or you can't say, oh, you know what? I'm just going to drive my car and I'm going to put some water in it instead of gas or diesel or whatever else you put it in. Or if it's electric car, you're going to charge it up, at least. What is your purpose? And that's the starting point. So ask yourself, why am I living? Why am I on the earth? Why am I here right now? What am I supposed to do? What are the things that I do enjoy? What are the things I like? What are the things that I feel I'm good at? Ask yourself that question. Right. So without much ado, to help you to start to figure out how you can do, I'm going to walk through quickly 9 points on how you can help yourself. And like I said, this 9 points is courtesy of Memfis J Motivationals, out of years of research and intense meditation and insight and just reflections and seeking wisdom from the Almighty. That's where all this is coming from. Number one, what is your purpose? And if you're trying to find out about your purpose, you need to ask the Creator, the one who made you, the creator of the universe, the Almighty Jah, the big man upstairs, whatever you want to call it. I'm not here for your religion or your schisms and isms. No, not that. But talk to your Creator and say, why am I here? Help me to understand why I'm here. Help me to understand what my purpose in life is, because that's the only way you would not be anxious about anything in life, or when you're in any situation, you just ask and petition. And I would say, you gotta, when you ask, you gotta take action as well. So I'm trying to make this commentary here, and it didn't work. And I prayed for everything to go well, and it did go well, right? But now, I have to do it again. But I know that's my purpose, and I would not let the technology or whatever stop me from achieving that. So I went back again and redid it with a smile on my face, making sure you get it. And actually, this one might be better than the previous one I did yesterday, because I've got more experience. I've done it before. I got my notes. I'm comfortable just talking to you like this. And that is practically what you can do, because I know what my purpose is, what my reason for doing this. And I just asked the big man to help me. And here we are, live again. Number one. Right, speeding ahead. Number two, you have to have a joyful and thankful disposition all the time. I know it's not easy. And listen, I did not say happiness, I was sad this morning, making my video and it didn't work, doing a few errands, running up and down, traffic, people slowing me down, had an appointment really early, at 7:20, and the person was not even ready, and I was on time. That really peed me off, but I could have been angry, I could have been upset, but I have walked in just being calm and being thankful. And thankful I got there on time. I didn't go into a crash. And thankful that we're able to go where we need to go. I'll be 10 minutes later. You can see me. My joy comes from inside, because I don't allow circumstances and situations to take me off balance, to take me off course. And you shouldn't as well. Because most of the things that happen to you, it's like, or you might be going for your job appointment or something like that, and then you run into, you're late, or you run into delays, or your car breaks down, or coffee spills on your shirt. There's always something. But if you train yourself to be calm, I understand that you have a purpose, you have a reason, and have a happy, joyful rather disposition, that can be good. And you can achieve this by just meditating and taking control of your mind. Meditating is just being given this big fancy words, It simply means to just sit still and think about stuff over and over again. We do that all the time. You go to buy your insurance, you shop around, you think about it, you're meditating, You want to speak to your boss the next day, you're going to think about what you're going to say, you're meditating. You want to find out how to bake a nice banana cake. Look at the recipe if you don't know how to do it. And you think about it, you're meditating. What do you want to do? Do you meditate? Do you take time to gather your thoughts and write them down, perhaps, as well? Also good. That's number two. Number 3, express your emotions honestly, okay? Do you know what? The amount of people that I've seen that are just so bottled up, you know? They're very quick to be like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Oh, this man hurt me so much. Oh, I can't believe she betrayed me. Oh, I can't believe that he lied to me. Oh, do you know what? I kept my stuff and she stole my Mac. You know, she stole my makeup. You know, he took money from my wallet. He even took my fish from the freezer, my roommate. Oh, I'm so upset. All these emotions bubbling in there. And some people just keep it within inside them. What that causes, high blood pressure, anxiety, stress, arthritis, whatever you can, migraines. You just look old, wrinkles in your face at least. And people around you just gonna be like grumpy and moody. You gotta let your emotions out. I'm not saying, you know, go let your emotions to this one, to PKM, to Tony, to Chanel, to Shaniqua, to Theresa, no. Because these people, how do you know they got your best interest at heart? You don't know these people. You don't know what's in your heart. You know what's in your mind. You gotta be selective. You gotta vet. But you know what? If you don't have someone, a trusted friend or a brother, you can try a counselor. You can try a shrink. But whatever you do, if you want to sit down in your living room and bawl out, or in your bathroom when you're on your own, sometimes you know you're not gonna catch Memphis J out on the street, is bawling out, you know. But nah, because we're focused, we're collected. But sometimes it can be in my closet, you know, right in my, you know, in my bath, there's no one there, and I bawl out seriously, let it out. And talk to myself and let that emotion come out, how I'm feeling. But I'm not talking to nobody. I'm talking to, for me personally, not, you know, my own point of view. I talk to the Most High because He's the one that can make every situation to be all right, you know. But you can talk to a friend, talk to your brother, you know, but let that emotion out. Don't sit on your emotion. Man, listen, okay? I know you're a big man, you're a tough guy. Yeah, I hear all that. You're in the streets. All that, but you know what? Your emotions too, and that stuff will eat you up. Find a way to let out your emotions. The body was made in that way. The 4th point is stop giving a shit. Don't let nothing bother you or distract you, you know? Give all your care back to the universe. I said, you know what? I ain't worried about this. What can you change from worrying? Tell me. Who's ever changed anything from worrying? I'm worried that I'm not going to get this job. I'm worried that my wife's going to leave me. She's not left yet. I'm worried that my kid's not going to turn out well. He's still growing up. I'm worried that, oh, this stuff I bought may not work. Even going to the shop, I'm worried about the damn clothes I bought. It's not going to fit me. Mate, you just bought it. Just try it on. You don't know yet. But some people just worry, you know. But you got to learn and get to a point where you don't give a You do not worry about nothing. You don't let nothing bother you. Everything will take care of itself. Okay? If you don't know what to do, you as I said before, make a request, write a petition, take action. And when you've done all that, you sit back and just wait. You cannot do nothing by worrying. Only make you grow grey. You see me? I ain't grey because I ain't worried. Number 5, things that you can do to help yourself. Know that life would not give you anything that you cannot endure. Anything that you're facing in life, because the universe, the creator, the environment, everything knows, Mother Nature knows that you can deal with it, you know? If you're doing bench presses, you know, you can lift up more weights because you've been practicing. And the more weights you lift up, the better you are at it. You know, ask Mo Farah, same boat, you know, ask all these top athletes. They're trying to get better every day by practicing and they get a little bit better incrementally. But the point is, you know, whatever situation you're going through, you have the power, you have the strength inside of you to overcome. And we find our strength deep within ourselves. I found my strength this morning, boy. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make another video, man. I'll just do it again. Different clothes, same information, different day. Same person, we're consistent because we know our purpose, we have a plan, and we're following through, and nothing can stop us. And I don't worry about nothing, and I draw my inner strength. So try that. Number 6, do you know that every stress that you go through, any test, life is a test, you know? Like I was saying, I was speaking to an 8-year-old the other day, and he was saying to me, just came into his class and he had a test. The seats were all laid out, pen and pencil. He wasn't prepared for that. That's my phone ringing. So you're gonna have to stop calling me now. Busy, but we'll just let that go for a minute, and hopefully that will stop. But anyway, so he was not prepared for the test, but he did it anyway. Okay, he did it anyway. But life is a test, so you may not be prepared for the test you're facing. All right, but you got to know that in this test, okay, anything you're going to would build your character, would build your perseverance, it would build your endurance. Look back at your life. Look at the things that happened in 2015, for example. It's 5 years ago. How did you deal with that? How did you cope? So you see, you're the same person 5 years ago, but you've grown bigger. You know, if you were 5 years old in 2015, now you'd be 10. If you were 25, now you'd be 30. If you were 45, now you'd be 50. You're still the same person, but your character has grown, you've molded, you've persevered, you've been through life tests, and you just get stronger. But trust me, you know what? Every trial and temptation that you face is meant to mature, complete you, so you don't lack nothing, and prepare you for the next test. You know, when you finish from high school, if you want to go to college, high school prepares you for college, you know. And when you think about it, primary school prepared you for high school, and perhaps nursery or playgroup prepared you for primary school, and your mother and your father started it all. That's how it works. Okay. Number 7, speak encouragingly to yourself. What is your self-talk? Do you talk to yourself? Some people say talking to yourself is crazy. I don't. I talk to myself a lot because nobody knows me like myself. Nobody knows my thoughts and what's in my mind like myself. We are mind, which is your soul, spirit, and body. You know, your soul is your mind, your free will. You may hear what I'm saying, but you don't know what's on my mind, you know. And so also you. I don't know what's on your mind. You could be telling me this, but you could be thinking that. But self-talk is when you talk to yourself, you bring it to mind, you know. And I'm not saying walk on the street and be talking so like a mad person. I would avoid you like a plague if I see you acting like that. But in your quiet time, reflect and talk to yourself. And, you know, look, okay, how did my video go yesterday? That went well. How was the feedback? You know, was it too long? Can I make it shorter? Were the lights too bright? Okay, I'll do this differently now. And I can have that conversation with myself and come up with a solution. You don't have to wait. Because now with this pandemic, corona, lockdowns, shout out to you. Like, share, subscribe. You can be by yourself and have no one to talk to, you know? So what are you going to do? You got to learn how to encourage yourself. Okay. Number 8, take time to rest and for physical refreshments. Okay. Some people don't sleep at night, you know, they're always on the phone. Social media. If I check all of my social media, it takes about 2 hours just to keep up to date. Before you know, it's midnight, 1 o'clock, and then you wonder why you're tired the next day and why you can't focus, or you don't eat the right meals. You know, too busy working. You get an ulcer that's from not eating properly. If you don't eat, you know, a good meals, at least balanced meals, once or twice a day or 3 times, or take the time to sleep. I like people in France, you know, ça va bien. When I'm in France, in Lyon and Romont, we have a siesta in the afternoon. We go to bed, yeah, and come back again and do some work in the evening and hang out with friends. I like the French culture because they know how a laissez-faire attitude. It's not really that, but they're trying to keep themselves going because they realize that, you know, you need a siesta if you manage during the day, but you definitely need a night's sleep. I'll tell you a story. There was a guy. He was called Elijah. He was afraid, and he ran for his life. He ran off. You know, he ran to some town, and he left his servant there while he himself walked on a day's journey into the wilderness. Okay, and then he came to a broom bush and sat down underneath, and he prayed to the Almighty and said that he might die. He was like, I have had enough, man. He was like, God, I'm tired. It reminds me of a sculpture. See, I'm not sure it was done by Banksy, but it's somewhere in England, in a big city, where I think it was Bristol. I think there was a man in a hoodie, like me, and also had a teddy bear, and his head was like that, out the window. You know, you can tell that guy's fed up. And I don't blame him. Everyone's fed up now, you know? Everyone's had it up to here. Pandemic, COVID, loss of jobs, loneliness, you know, not sure what the future holds, GCA levels, kids can't go back to school, can't go to work, wash your hand, it's too much. People are fed up. But don't be that guy. But look what happened to this guy, Elijah, though. He said, I've had enough. I want to die, God. I want to just die. Take my life. I'm no better than my ancestors. I'm tired. I'm fed up. And then he lay down in the bush and fell asleep. Thank God for that broom bush, though. They could have some shelter to fall asleep. But look what happened to him. All at once, an angel touched him and said, get up and eat. He looked around, and there by his head was some bread baked over hot coals. I like me some brioche bread, just so you know. So like, share, and subscribe. Well, you cannot buy me with brioche bread. But anyway, I digress. Fresh bread on hot coals and a jar of water. Some of you have jerk chicken, pounded yam pasta, filet mignon steak. This man had bread and water, okay? Because he was so hungry. This is a guy that said he wanted to die, that God should kill him. Imagine if God listened to you people and say, kill me. And God had no patience. Enough of you will be dead already. But no, God didn't kill him. He just brought him an angel, said, get up and eat some bread and some water. And he did. You know what? And after he'd eaten that, he lay down again. Oh, you see? Eat, sleep, rest. The angel came back again, a second time. So this might like Oliver Twist, though. Oh, we're looking for some more. And touched him and said, get up and eat again. For the journey is too much for you. Okay. What that tells me is that if you're going on the journey, then you must eat, you must sleep, to have strength to make the journey. Remember, this Elijah guy, he had left his servant and gone in a day. He had already traveled for a day, so now he was knackered. So let's see what happened. The second time, he got up and drank, and he was strengthened by that food, and he traveled 40 days and 40 nights until he got to his destination. Boy, if it was me, I want to eat a kind of food that can last me for 40 days, especially in this pandemic, when there's a next lockdown. Have you got food for 40 days? Maybe you should. But my point is, eating, sleeping gives us energy for the journey ahead, reinvigorates us, refreshes us, replenishes us, and can allow us to travel long distances and achieve our goals. So don't sleep on sleeping and resting and eating. And the final point before I let you go is you're going to trust that all will be well. All the things you've been worried about since you were like a toddler and a kid, and what happened to them? Suddenly you can never remember. And why must you go count your blessings and name them one by one? Maybe that's what people need to start doing, Perhaps you need to start looking at the things that have gone well, the things that have not gone so well, and see how you can make improvement and make that better. Or look at all the things that you've been able to overcome. And you then look back, because the past predicts the future. Nothing is new. Everything that is to come has already been. There's no new information not under the sun. What I'm telling you now is pretty much clear. When you look back and see that you overcome a lot, I put my trust in God. Shout out to my people in Atlanta, shout out to my people in New York, in Texas, I see you. It's like they say over there, in God we trust. It's on the money in the United States. I like that. I like some dollars, and in God we trust, yeah. But if you trust that, you're just going to relax. That all will be well. Okay? So that's the 9th point. Let me give you a quick recap from the top. So how can you help yourself is the topic of discussion today. If you like our content, please do like, share, let people see what we're doing here. It's a new movement, we're going to change one life at a time. All nations, all kingdom. That's our mission. That's our vision. I'm Memfis J. Peace and greetings. Thank you for taking the time to join in. Do like and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when we do go live every Thursday at 9 p.m. or sometimes just randomly when we feel inspired to do so. Okay, quick recap. How can I help myself? Number 1, ask the big man, Jah, creator of the universe, God, for help. Know who you are and why you're here, what's your purpose, and what's your mission. And don't be anxious about anything, Say a little prayer, take action, write a letter if you have to. Number 2, be joyful, be thankful, and have a joyful disposition. Meditate, renew your mind, okay? And be thankful, Stop moaning, stop complaining all the time. Try to say, oh, do you know what? Thank God, thank you that I'm alive. I ain't got no food, but I've got a mouth. I ain't got no clothes, but I ain't got no injuries, I lost this job, but wow, I got myself, I got my hands, I can get another job. Oh, he left me, she left me, I can get someone better. Have a joyful and thankful disposition. Number 3, express your emotion. If you want to cry in the toilet, please cry in the toilet. If you want to laugh, please laugh out loud, not just texting it. Okay? If you have no one to talk to yourself. Or if you have a trusted friend, colleague, counselor, make sure you vet them, know what's on your mind, but express your emotion. Don't keep it all inside. It will make you sick. But some people don't know the cause of their sickness, Number 4, stop giving a ish. Stop caring, You worry too much. Worry about people are gonna talk about you. People are gonna lie to you. They're gonna betray you. You know, people may not like you. So what? I don't like you either. You know? You talked about me. That's good. More publicity for me. Stop giving a shit. Number 5. Know that life would not give you more than what you can bear, you know? Yeah. In life, you're only given the amount. It's like amount of weight, resistance. Life is a balance, you know? You know about karma, what goes around comes around. So life gives you what you need. What number are we now? Number 6. Every stress, perseverance would build your character, would give you hope. Okay? You're gonna have trials and temptations in the world, you know? This world is not a nice place. People are mean, the heart is wicked. But who are you? What are you built for this? You know? Every athlete, they train. Every boxer, they're in the camp. They're training. AJ is training. You know, Tyson Fury training. You know, if you're a basketballer, they're training. You know, shout out to KD, they're training. But you know, a golfer, they're practicing. Keep hearing those holes. You know, a musician, you know, they're practicing for the come on the show, and it makes them better the more shows you do. Like, do you know, like a pilot, they don't judge pilots by like, oh, you got this certificate or this qualification. What's your flight time? How many miles of flights have you done? Because to do a flight, you got to take people there safely. So the more you do that, that is your building capacity. And that comes from persevering and just keep it on. Number 7. This one is a biggie. Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. It's all right in the closet. Self-talk. Reflect. The pros, the cons. How did I do? And number 8. Take some rest. Have physical refreshment. You know, have a sleep. Have a siesta. Relax. Eat some good food so your body can replenish itself and do what it needs to do. And number 9, finally, trust that all will be well, okay? Stop worrying. It was well before, and it will be well again. So these are quick 9 steps that you can do to help yourself. And I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure to come back and do this deluxe version. Like I said, do like, share, and subscribe. I'm Memfis J, your host, every weekday, Thursday at 9 p.m. and just sometimes randomly, okay? Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and hope that you are being encouraged. How can I help yourself? Only you can help yourself, okay? Thank you for joining me today. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.